Okay, so today we're going to be going mushroom hunting at Hayes Arboretum.
I have the privilege of Don coming to Hayes Arboretum every year since 2002 at least. Twice a year he does a spring program, which is usually late April, early May, and then a fall program in early October. So just sit back, enjoy. The restrooms are over in the Nature Center. Don will talk for about an hour or give or take, and then we'll go out and see what we can find and educate ourselves about mushroom, fungi, etc. So, Don?
You can just call me Don. As he mentioned, I'm at Ball State. I got my PhD in mycology, or the study of fungi. But I have to admit, in the last 10 or 12 years, I've shifted over to vascular plants. A mushroom and a toadstool. To a mycologist, a mushroom is the term we use. It's just the macroscopic fruiting body of a fungus. We don't use the term toadstool. That's a layperson's term for an inedible mushroom. And for some people, the only edible mushroom is the white mushroom you buy in the store. Everything else is a toadstool. For others, they have a wide variety of wild edibles they'll go collect and eat and so forth. So here's, of course, is an edible mushroom. This one you might recognize here. It's on children's books, the Smurf shows and all those children's shows. We want to start our children out right, so I'll let you know that's a hallucinogenic mushroom. So we want to put it right on the front of all the children's materials and so forth. Okay, the only way that I would know that it's a toadstool is if I saw this before. Okay, so in a nutshell, that's diversity across the Ascomycetes. What we want to do now is focus in on morels and their associates, and there are 4 morel-style mushrooms that fall into this category. The Verpas, they're listed here, the Verpa species, diagram there. The Morchella semilibra, this is called the half-free morel, if you've collected it before. That falls in a category by itself, but these two are very similar, so we need to separate those two apart. Then you have the Gyromitra species. Well, if I go back, there's the Gyromitra species, the false morels, the typical false morel. And then we have the Morchella, that's the genus for morels, and if I go back, that's the typical morel right there. But we need to distinguish between these two, because this group and this group right here have toxins, or may have toxins that can make you very sick, or if you eat enough of it, can actually kill you. So you need to be able to distinguish between them. So I'll highlight that line right there. Only the ones on the right should be eaten. Okay? Only the ones over here should be eaten. Yes?
Do all mushrooms have, what is it, MMH or whatever it is?
Not all mushrooms. Well, they say that they do, but most of it has in such small quantities that it's not a problem.
Right.
Okay. It's actually recommended not to eat mushrooms raw.
Right.
Okay, somebody said that they found one or something, so I'm trying to be nosy without...
Oh, yeah. They look like Copenellus. Coprinus is the old name. Inky caps.
And the vine is that poison
They
ivy?
did find it.
So where?
Is that vine poison ivy that's going up there?
Oh, the vine is,
The
yes.
dead one that-
If somebody wants to get that, you can pass them around. Yeah, get that one over there.
Isaiah, stay out of there.
Here's a basidiomycete, which would be the spring, fall talk. If you look underneath, it has gills, radiating plates underneath. And on this one, the cap, the gills liquefy, and the spores turn black, and then they drip off. So it's called inky caps. And it makes a great liquid to put in a fountain pen to write letters and send to people. when I was at Maryland getting my degree, I had my academic cousin at Virginia Tech, and we used to write back and forth letters with inky caps for us.
So amazing.
Well, you
Now,
know,
is that the
when you're
edible
young and you
ones?
know.
Are they edible?
There's like, I know there's like the white looking ones.
They're not edible when they start turning brown. They're black because they're just bitter. But if you get them early on, they're good. Yeah. But don't drink alcohol with them. Because some species have a compound similar to antibusin, which reacts with alcohol and makes you sick. Makes you not want to drink alcohol. It's a weed. If you recognize it when it's young, pick it early in the spring and put it in your salads. It has a nice flavor.
Or make pesto.
Don't pick it now, it's too strong.
It is. Yes. That's what I figured. Found something.
Dogs, you can see.
Right there.
A little doggy. Oh, look at the morel.
This is a planting
This is
of
the one
white
you're
oak
talking about, right?
tulip poplar.
Okay.
That's the morel.
Planted in 1922, alternate white oak and tulip poplar, so this year it would be rich in morels. I should mention while everybody's listening and gathering around, we do not
So they
allow
found
much
one.
from hunting at Hayes Arboretum.
Oh, you found a good one.
No, they're the ones that found it.
Here's one to look at it. It's called a polypore.
A polypore.
You have to get them when they're young.
And fried them, but like I use like a little bit of EVO and like some garlic, and they're
Yeah,
perfect.
we
They're
made
You
amazing.
have to get them when they're young because they get really strong with age.
Have you ever found chicken
I mean,
in
they
the
even
woods around
smell
here?
strong. You don't want to mess with them.
Yeah.
But it
I get it
flushes
every
in
year.
the spring, and then it'll flush again
Can
in
you?
the
Can I
fall.
see you hold those real
So you
quick?
have two chances during the year to catch
Cool.
them.
Can you flip that
And
one
it's
for
really
me?
common in Indiana. You'll find it
Oh,
on
that's
down
neat.
wood or
Thank
dead
you.
wood, anywhere.
Yeah, I see it walking through.
Okay, I don't know about walking all through these woods like this. Like staying on the track.
Here's a large one.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's huge.
Bigger than that.
Oh, these are pretty. I got flowers in them.
Oh, are you talking about the dry saddle? Yeah. Oh, what's that one?
Wow, that's huge. Let me video that. That is big. Spin it around. Oh my goodness.
If you look at the gills, they're split.
And it's called what again?
Schizophyllum communi. I don't know what the common name is.
Split gill.
Yeah, maybe that's it. But here you go. If you take a look at the gills are like this, and then when they dry, they peel back like that. So it's called split gill.
Yeah, because.
There.
All right. So, are you having fun?
Oh, you didn't need it?
Awesome. I'm glad. Good catch.
There's another one right
That's
here.
the one. I think it's now called false turkey tail. And the one with pores is turkey
Hey
tail.
Isaiah, there's
There
someone
you
who
go.
walks over
Yeah.
here if you want to see.
Whole log of them.
Don't run.
That's the smooth
pretty.
one on the bottom, right?
Those have no, yeah, it's smooth, no gills, pores, or teeth.
Or he knows where to look.
Not to.
So that's Steve Hayes. His family's owned and operated this Arboretum in the Richmond area for I don't know how many years. I'll have to ask him. You got a whole handful there, Mr. Hayes.
Yeah, I do.
What do you have?
Well, I've got morale sliced open, and
Uh-huh.
I'm not exactly sure what
Uh-oh.
this one is.
Dropped one. That's pretty.
Okay, yeah.
Excuse me. What'd you find?
What is that?
Oh, that's pretty. Found a stick too.
No, I haven't.
You can engrave them or carve them.
Really?
Yeah.
What
And
is
once
that?
you pull it off like that, if you engrave it or carve it, it never rots. It always stays
Yeah.
hard like that.
And what is that called?
Artist conch.
Artist conch.
Artist conch.
You know, the great thing about these programs is usually somebody who's
Yeah,
really
they get enormous.
expert knows a lot more than I do.
No, you just carve the surface of them.
Yeah.
I've got a picture of a really big one.
There's which ones down there?
Okay, so they're saying these pretty orange ones will kill you if you eat them. You'll be dead in a couple days. So don't eat those.
This was the artist palette,
Nice.
but somebody took it so they could do artwork on it or something. This is a beach, a dead beach right here.
A dead beach. Oh.
So there should be morels under it, right? At least that's what they tell us.
This one's got a fruit going under it.
But I never found a morel in the mayapple patch.
One up there underneath one.
That's the flower that's getting ready to come out. On mayapples, if you look at them, you notice how this one has 2 leaves?
Uh-huh.
They'll produce a flower and a fruit later on. If it has only 1 leaf, it won't flower this year. It'll flower next year.
I found it right here.
Yep, great place.
Good job.
There are more of them than
Oh,
we're
look.
seeing, I can guarantee that.
There's always more than you see.
Look what
Seeing for it.
what Steve has.
But this is a great trip. There's a lot of good stuff out here today.
We
Here's
found it.
another biggie.
Oh, that's a dryad saddle. Do you know what a dryad is?
Like an elf?
Little elf.
Yeah.
And so they run around, and when they're tired, they sit on that. It's called dryad saddle.
Yeah.
If you turn it over, it's a polypore. You notice it has pores underneath. And when it's young, it's edible. Some people, who was it, eats this when it's younger? Some people eat it. It's edible. I've always found it to be bland, maybe is the best term. But they liked it, so. That's old there.
Yeah, it's real.
When you try that, that's going to be overpowering. This is a lichen. Okay? When I give a talk to a 6th grade class, I say Alice Algae took a liken to Freddy Fungus. Okay?
What?
Oh yeah, here you go. Let's see. It's already flowered. Hasn't it? Yeah. It's already flowered.
What?
The ginger's already flowered.
What is ginger?
This one right here, that and that leaf there is ginger.
Oh, like the
And that's
heart-shaped
bloodroot.
ones. Okay. Oh, that's neat.
More bloodroot up here.
What's bloodroot good for?
It's one of the few plants that the pioneers used to cure whatever ailed them.
Okay.
If you dig the underground part out, it drips a red liquid. Hence it's called bloodroot. Oh, there you go.
What is this?
Here's a ginger flower. There's the wild ginger right there.
Flowers. They're green. They're flowers. Right underneath. Did you find one? There it is. Let me see. That's neat.
Take this one.
I was just looking at that.
The redbud tree
like-
is lost all of his stuff.
Beautiful.
Go through the middle when I squeeze it. Wait,
along. This is the wild leek, or the ramps that we were talking about earlier.
In the same family.
So she's harvesting
Ramps. There's like
a
leeks
ramp.
and garlic and onions and shallots and ramps. These are could be the strongest if they get older.
Use your stick to go down in that area.
Well, they're strong. You'll smell them. The whole section will smell like this.
Oh my goodness, look at your hands.
Lots of them growing in
My sister made me hold her mushrooms.
That's a big mushroom, Serena.
Can I see your stick? Sure. How about this? Just
Thank you. I'm gonna get the leaf as well. It smells good.
That's good sauteed with mustard.
Oh, I bet. It's just the leg. What happened to the rest of them?
You know that one?
Oh, that's Flammulina.
Flammulina, okay.
Yeah, that right there, that pellicle, that's a dead giveaway.
Okay.
It looks like the Gallerinas. The Gallerinas have a dry cap though.
Right.
These are always like this.
And that one's edible.
Yes, and they're
really good.
excellent
That
mushrooms.
is really very slick. That's not
Yeah,
just wet.
but it
Yeah, but
has
a lot of people will pull that
usually
cap off to
sticky
get
too,
rid of
isn't it,
that
when it's not wet?
slime.
right.
They don't
Oh,
like
you
the
cook them,
slime.
it doesn't.
Is that right?
Yeah. But these gills are white. They have a white spore print. So if you spore print them, do it on black construction paper.
Yeah.
But this one right here, you want to take a picture of it?
That's the one that's the look-alike. That's
Yes. But
This is the spring house. It has spring water. That's a natural spring right there. Okay, now I'm taking pictures now.
no, just leave it.
All right.
It's like
Okay, thank you.
after being like left for a day or
No,
something like that.
Look at that one.
They don't.
That one looks like it has ink all over it.
Yeah.
I'll go and get that one.
Careful, you almost stepped on him.
Yeah. Yeah. Look. That's what it did to my hand.
Yeah. You see how the gills are deliquescing or melting? It's getting spores.
Can I see that?
Remember the one writing it with the fountain pen? That's it. Wash those spores off of there.